Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Real Talk Bougie. Guys, we are going to get into an update. Guess who had court on yesterday? Um, a little bit of a pretrial conference. Let's get into it and we'll talk about it as we move along. Make sure to type put your comments in either in the chat or comment on the replay. But yes, Kelly Bryant is back to court. She's facing some very serious charges, including 3 counts of child abandonment, felony abandonment, and also welfare fraud. So this is not, these are not serious charges. She could stand to get significant jail time if found guilty. So let's get into it and then we'll talk about it along the way.
Calling docket numbers 49 and 50, case numbers 2025-293-649-FC, case number 2025-293-653-FH, the people versus Kelly Bryant.
Thank you.
All right, let me just say this. You're going to notice she's in a different court. So Kelly initially was in the district court. She had the record-breaking $250 million bond that got reduced by Judge Walker to a more reasonable bond, which she ended up in staying in jail in Oakland County for maybe 90 to almost 100 days. She had been arrested sometime around Valentine's Day, and she didn't get out until maybe a few weeks ago. Let's just say it was a month ago. Anyway, she is now in the circuit court. The circuit court gave her a reasonable bond. They lowered it, and she was actually able to get out. She's been out. She's on an ankle monitor. She's being monitored. She's having to check in with probation, even though she's not on probation, but she's checking in with probation or pretrial monitoring, as they call it. So she's not on probation because she hasn't been adjudicated, but I believe it's a arm of the same office where they're monitoring her and her activities and making sure that she is adhering to the stipulations in her release. Period. Anyway, we've seen her lawyer before, Miss Kieran Gongo, and Miss Ferenczi is for the prosecution. So right now they are calling the case, but yeah, she is actually out on bond. We saw her in jail for quite some time, and then she has recently gotten out. So that quick follow up.
Calling docket numbers 49 and 50, case numbers 2025-293-649-FC, case number 2025-293-653-FH, the people versus Kelly Bryant.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Anita Barrett on behalf of the people.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Susie Karen Hongo on behalf and with Kelly Bryant.
Thank
Present
you.
with me in court now.
Can you please state your name for the record?
Kelly Bryant.
Thank you. I have this matter scheduled for a pretrial on both files. The file ending in 649 and the file ending in 653. I did receive a motion to quash that was pressed for hearing yesterday. I've now had an opportunity to review your response, so I'm going to rule on that motion today. I haven't prepared a written opinion in order. My staff attorney will do that, just a brief opinion in order, but I'm very comfortable. I've had an opportunity to review your motion in brief, your response motion and brief, and more importantly for today's decision-making, the transcript that was attached. I had an opportunity to review the entirety of the transcript. So I am respectfully going to be preparing a written opinion denying the defendant's motion to quash. There's no question in the court's mind that to a probable cause standard, that the testimony that was presented in front of Judge Walker supported that the crime was committed and that to a probable cause standard, she committed it. The issues that you rose specifically with regard to serious mental harm to a probable cause standard were supported at the district court level. So I'm respectfully finding that Judge Walker did not abuse her discretion and deny the motion.
Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right. Anything that can happen, that's kind of a shift, so you weren't expecting
Correct.
necessarily a
I've
ruling.
been checking
Um,
the ROA literally up until right now.
So in terms of a meaningful pretrial, I'm assuming you've had at least some conversations. If it goes this way then, or if it goes
Not
that
really,
way.
on.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Intention to do that?
Yes,
Okay. So should I set it for another pretrial in maybe a week, 2 weeks, to give you an opportunity to talk about the fact that that ruling has been made and the charges stand at the time being?
yes, and 1 week is no good for me, so if it could be, well, and if it's at 1:30, I just need to check, if that's okay.
I think it makes the most sense to conduct this at 1:30, I think it makes the most sense. Could we have a date at least 2 weeks out at 1:30 to have a meaningful pretrial?
That would be Thursday, July 24th.
Judge, can I just check my calendar?
Yes, please do.
Thank you.
Ms. Harrison, you can check yours as well. Thank you. And then you can both tell me, does this give you enough time? I want it to be meaningful.
I'm just gonna tell the court that I think we're gonna probably pursue an interlocutory appeal. I just need to talk to Mr. Gonick too. He's out of town this week. So if that's what we're doing, it would not be a meaningful pretrial in 2 weeks. So I don't know if the court wants to schedule it, and I can let the court know he returns on Friday, well, tomorrow.
I will set it for a pretrial on July 24th, but out of respect for everybody's time, let us know if you are filing.
Yes, John, and the afternoon is fine on the 24th if we're doing a pretrial.
Let's do July 24th at 1:30, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And a note from pretrial supervision is good, I believe. Let me make sure.
I haven't received anything bad, so.
She's been compliant with her weekly check-ins, did not incur any GPS tether violations, and understands the terms of her bond. No assaultive conduct, no contact with minors, no contact with minor victims or their caregivers, direct or indirect. Home confinement tether except for medical emergencies, court or court-ordered testing. No travel without specific permission of the court. Employment is verified, but at this point in time, is she employed?
She's not, Your Honor, and that was going to be one of my questions for the court because she does need to look for employment. And I just wanted to make sure that if she was to interview somewhere, that she was allowed to go do that. When she comes to my office, we let pretrial services know, and that hasn't been a problem. I just wanted to make sure that if she needed to travel somewhere for an interview for employment, that would be okay with the court.
She can travel for an interview with permission ahead of time.
Yes, no,
And verification.
that's what we've done, and it's working out so far. They've been good.
We will see you July 24th.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks. Thanks for being on time, ready to go.
Oh, always, yeah.
Okay, so my bad. Okay. So Kelly is still in hot water, and her attorney is doing everything that she can to try to get her out of it. The bottom line is that Kelly is, I'm pulling up her situation right now. Kelly has 2 cases, and she has 3 felonies, and I think it's also they are also felonies, but obviously a lower level, the welfare fraud. She's in serious trouble. So her lawyer, I'm going to say, seems to really be doing her job. She is filing all kinds of appeals. She mentioned during this particular hearing that she was going to file an interlocutory appeal. So she's trying to have some of the decisions from the lower courts reversed. As you can see, she filed a motion to quash. I don't have the details on the motion to quash, but I will order it to see what in the motion to quash was actually filed. And it's just kind of interesting that, I mean, she's really doing her, like, she's working for Kelly. And I guess maybe, this case does have a lot of visibility, but again, the judge did deny it. So basically, they were trying to quash a decision from lower court. You heard the mention Judge Walker, and we've seen all of the Judge Walker hearings with Kelly Bryant. They're in the Kelly Bryant playlist, so you can see all of that play out. And she's trying to quash one of the decisions. um Maybe it was the probable cause. As you can hear, this particular judge is saying that there's no doubt in her mind that from a probable cause standpoint, there is enough evidence, and there's enough evidence to prove that Kelly is the person who is responsible for it. So she was denying the motion to quash. So um I'm not sure what Miss Kieran Gongo is trying to have reversed or quashed, but this judge said no and denied it. So we will find out a little bit more. But as you also heard, there is another court date set for them to begin pretrial. It's possible Kelly could be in full on trial mode, maybe before the end of the year, because before we know it, we'll be up on a year. And I guess some decisions need to be made. It's the understanding that the kids are staying with a family member. They're also talking about Kelly needs to go find a job. She's on an ankle monitor. She has to call pretrial services before she makes any moves, because she is being heavily monitored. She is not to have anything to do with her children. She is not to have anything to do with the people who are keeping the children. We have no idea where she's staying. And I did check her Facebook. I don't know if she's privated her Facebook or taken it down, but I was not able to find it. So we last time we met, we took a look at her Facebook. Nothing has changed. Her Facebook is gone. It's possible she hid it. I mean, look, that would be the smart thing to do. We don't really know what Kelly was doing when she was out and about free before she got charged, but it didn't look good. And if she's still up to her shenanigans of what she was doing prior to being arrested, baby, she might want to private that page. Also, if she has to find like a 9 to 5 or some sort of job where she can clock in, show pay stubs, show herself responsible, that's probably going to be a easier find than playing around on the internet if she hasn't already established some sort of monetization on her platforms. I don't think that would be a good idea for her at this moment. But anyway, that's what happened. Kelly Bryant went to court. Things are moving, and we are still paying attention to this case. This is the Pontiac mom who left her kids in squalid conditions. Um, Not a lot of food, no supervision, no love, no monitoring, no nothing. And then at a certain point, no rent being paid from October until everything went down in February. So it sounds like she almost gave up at a certain point. And the kids were so terrified, and also just were so used to living in that situation. They didn't try to go outside. They didn't try to escape. They weren't able to tell anyone what was going on with them, because most of the kids, so there were 3 kids, and the kids had been in this situation for a very long time. They'd been in this situation probably since about 7, 8, and 10. And the kids were left alone anywhere from at minimum 3 years, potentially 5 years. These kids were left alone, not tended to, not properly cared for. And Oakland County is not playing with her and are going to make her stand to account for this particular crime. This is not going to be something that I think is going to be easy to go away. Anyway, as you heard, the judge is letting the ruling stand by Judge Walker, and we'll just have to see how this whole thing plays out. Anyway, comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. And I'll see you guys next time for another update. She's due back in court in about 2 weeks. So we will see how this goes, guys. Thanks for coming through. Take care. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.